We covered here yesterday that Andrew Yang has come out very forcefully arguing, and I agree, and I think Saagar agrees as well, that 100%. Nancy Pelosi and the House Democrats should take the $1.8 trillion stimulus deal that was offered by the Republicans instead of playing politics and playing games at a time when people really need help. He made that case, I thought, very effectively and very forcefully yesterday on CNN. Let's take a listen.
We need a relief bill in the worst possible way, Wolf. I talked to a restaurant operator who operates a whole chain of restaurants, and he said that up to half of American independent restaurants will go out of business without a relief bill. And you can imagine what that's going to mean for communities around the country. 82% of Americans agree that we need a relief bill, and the only thing that's keeping us from passing it is politics. Right now, Nancy Pelosi has maximal leverage, where President Trump's last offer of $1.8 trillion was so high that Senate Republicans didn't like it. It's a good deal. Nancy needs to say yes, she has won. Just take this deal so we can get some relief out to Americans before the holidays. If we don't get this done now, who knows when a relief bill will pass.
All right, so there are a lot of ways that you might rebut that. Again, I think Andrew is right, but you might say, look, we got to have this contact tracing. We think we can push for more. Yes. Maybe we believe that after the election, we'll have a stronger hand to play. Like, there are arguments you could make. So what is the argument that was actually made against Andrew? It's that his comments were sexist. So this came first from Nancy Pelosi's daughter, who, look, it's your mom, so I cut a little bit of slack here. She says, hashtag everyday sexism is a man using her first name to refer to the Speaker of the House who's been passing stimulus bills for months. Note he doesn't ask Donald or Mitch to make a deal or explain why we should sacrifice OSHA protections for essential workers, most of whom are women. By the way, I'm sure Andrew does think that Donald and Mitch should make a deal and would not be shy about Republican criticism. He was one of the first to back Joe Biden because of Donald Trump being an existential threat, et cetera. But as if that's not bad enough, Pelosi's official spokesperson actually retweeted that sexism critique. We can throw this was noted by Matt Skidmore of the Matt Skidmore Show, the Zach and Matt Show. He says, update, Speaker Pelosi's official spokesman has retweeted that tweet calling Andrew Yang a sexist. So we will take it as the official response from Team Pelosi regarding Yang's comments on ridiculous. CNN. It is so ridiculous. And talk about bad faith. Yep. Like, to not engage with the substance here, but instead be like, oh, he said Nancy, so he's problematic and he's sexist. Give me a break. People's lives are at stake. Their livelihoods are at stake. They're trying to pay rent. They're trying to keep the lights on, trying to pay the electric bill. They're trying to feed their kids. And this is the nonsense you're going to go with?
Look, it has to be done. And if we don't, the results actually are going to be catastrophic. Andrew is right. I actually think the higher could be higher. I think the number could be higher than 50%. I think it could be in the 60s and maybe even the 70s, given, I mean, look, what if it's a long winter, right? What if the heat doesn't come out until April? Very possible. Yeah. Happened many times here before. It's especially on the East Coast, where a lot of these places were severely shut and have been shut down or faced restrictions since March, mid-March. Yeah. Think about that. So almost an entire year without income, nobody can survive.
No.
And look, Pelosi is negotiating in bad faith, even here right now. She's just put out a letter this morning, another letter to all of the members. There's all these problems with the release. She says even a 4-page letter. These are not all of the issues. They're not exhaustive of our many outstanding concerns. She's holding it up. 21 days to go until the election. We know exactly what she's doing. They're trying to let the country burn, make it, and blame Trump. And look, Trump is, the dumbest thing he ever did was take blame for it on the beginning, saying, we're done, I've instructed my people, and now he's desperately trying to negotiate. Yeah. She knows he needs stimulus way more than she does. I mean, basically, she doesn't really want stimulus at her core.
No.
And only people who really care about America, so far, Ro Khanna, the only person in her caucus, to be like, actually, let's just take the damn deal and make sure people don't starve. Now somebody like Andrew Yang.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's exactly it. And look, neither one of us is saying this deal is like what we would want or what we would craft or that it's perfect. I'm sure some of her objections are legitimate. But this is the best you are likely to get because the Senate Republicans are already balking at this amount of money. Like, it's not clear, even if Pelosi said yes, and the Mnuchin deal, they pass it through the House, it is not at all clear that it would ultimately end up getting through the Senate because of the amount of resistance there. So kick the ball in their court, though. At least do your best to get this done because this really realistically is the last chance of getting people any significant help for months to come. And we're talking about another round of stimulus checks. We're talking about $400 unemployment plus up, not as good as the $600, but still pretty decent here. We're talking about money for small businesses, talking about money for airline workers who have been furloughed by the tens of thousands. So listen, if you have a different perspective, that's fine, but engage with the substance. Don't just try to dismiss someone's well-articulated argument by smearing them as a sexist.
As somebody who was on unemployment, I just talked to, he said, if it was even 50, I would get on my knees and I would thank God, because even that would mean something. So there you go.
There you go. Tomorrow on Rising, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist is going to discuss, this is of Michigan, how Biden is performing in Michigan. The Trump campaign is going to give us an update on where their campaign is at. Just 3 weeks now until Election Day.
That's right. Biden and Trump, people. There we go. Remember to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. And don't forget to like and share as well. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Have a great day, guys.